What's up, guys? It's Missy. I'm back with another SimCity Buildit video, and today we're going to be talking about the contest of mayors for low-level players. Now, if you are a lower-level player, maybe you've restarted and you're working on your perfect city and you're doing your Missy's Building Guide, you may have noticed that we now are able to play the contest of mayors as a level 11 player. Now, this is a relatively new update. So it's kind of been tricky trying to figure out, when to spend resources, what tasks you can do, and the best method in going about how to get this done. Now, I've said this in several of my videos, and I actually had somebody in my Contest of Mayors course. He had said that he thought that he could bypass the airport assignments if he didn't build the airport. Now, I've said this several times in my videos, so if anybody here is unclear of that, I want to make sure that you are aware that if you do not build the airport, you will still get airport assignments. And even if you didn't, you would still want to build the airport because that is one of your main tasks that you're going to be utilizing. Now, I know it costs cash, but they are good assignments, and it's just part of this, okay? Now, people think that they can compete in Mega and not have to spend any money or resources or tickets or whatever. Being in Mega is not a time to be greedy. It costs resources. It's part of it, okay? Now, if you're a high-level player, you know all about this. Now, as a low-level player, it's going to get even trickier for you because a low-level player, if you're camping, okay, you're not going to be able to do upgrade assignments. Now, if you're not camping, you're only going to be doing the regular residential upgrade assignments. Never, ever, ever do anything but regular residentials, okay? Now, at the time, if you're a level 11 player and you're competing in the Contest of Mayors, if it was me, I would not remain level 11. I don't know why people picked that as like the magic number to camp, but first off, level 12, you don't even unlock anything. So what reason do you have to not be level 12? I don't know. But I've done extensive research plus my own expertise on the game, and I can tell you guys without a doubt that you will be fine to go up in level. You do not need to remain level 11 to max out your storage. I have countless people in my group or have been in my group and have exceeded the storage in less than 4 months time, and they speed leveled to 24, okay? So just be aware that you do not have to camp. But either way, the airport upgrades, they're off limits, okay? But the airport deliveries, those you need to be able to do. Do not do those unless you are in Mega, okay? Now, if you're in Metro and you're going against people and the competition is difficult, you may need to do them in Metro in order to guarantee your promotion. All that matters in Metro is that you get promoted into Mega. Do whatever you have to do to get promoted. If that means spending cash on airports, then you do it, okay? But just make sure you get promoted. Now, as a level 11 player, what is your list going to look like, and how difficult is it going to be, and what assignments should you be doing in Metro as a level 11 to under 17? So 11 to 17, what should you be doing? Well, here's the thing. Let's break this down. You've got Monster, which is a timed and limited assignment. So you're going to be doing that the same as you would at any other level. Only if he's 2,000 points or higher, or if you have nothing else in your list. If you are a low-level player only, and he's there, you can do that task if it's worth 1,000 or 1,500 points, if you're a low-level player. And by low-level, I mean below level 17, okay? If you're in Mega, then I would probably recommend that you be very careful doing that if it's, 1,500, because he can come back. And if he does, and he comes back worth 2,000 or 2,500 and you can't do it, now he's just taking up a place in your list. And he's always going to be there. So it's a matter of, do you want him there with a high value or with a low value? You don't want him taking up a high value spot that you can't do. All right, so this person is in Metro. They are level 13, I believe. Let me just double check here because I can't see the... There, yeah. So she's level 13. She's only had this city for 5 weeks, and she's got 360 storage. This is not her only city, and she's been hunting storage like a madman. Okay. Here's the thing. She is in Metro trying to get promoted into Mega. So her first task should have been the monster because it's at 2,500, right? Now, if the monster wasn't there, then I would have went with Paris. I would have spent the cash because it's so early on that allowing that to sit there is not good, okay? I would have started prepping the minerals or the chemicals, depending on the circumstances of if it was her bedtime or what. Just because of her level, you guys need to take that into consideration. I would have prepped the shovels, and I would have planned on doing my coins task, my repair tasks. Those are the things that jump out at her level. I want to make sure that everybody here understands that these choices are being made because of how low level she is. Because of how low level she is, she cannot speed up production with tokens. Okay? She has very limited factories, and her options to do much of anything are pretty slim. So any chance that she gets to do quick, fast, and easy points, she needs to take it. Another thing to consider here is if she decides to camp, and other members in her league decide to not camp, then she's going against people that are putting up residential upgrade points, meaning they're going to have it a lot easier and be able to add a lot more points than she will. So it's really basically just a matter of getting promoted. Okay. Now she does the monster, which is her first choice and correct choice. Now here she does the city expansion, and I'm not going to say that this choice was wrong because it wasn't. This was a correct choice. I would have went with the London deliveries first to get it out of the way and open up that spot. But I totally understand why she went with the land expansion under her current circumstances. Okay. Now I see that she gets a 1,600 regular residential upgrade. Now, given the fact that she still hasn't done that London, that's obviously what I would have done. Or, I don't know why I keep saying London. I mean Paris, the 2,400 Paris. Let's cross that off and just pretend that she did that so that I can explain what she would have done had she had done that. I would have went with the cargo for 1,800. It's taking up another 2,000 placement, and it's got to go. And it's so early on in the contest that allowing something like that to sit this early on, I mean, that's really bad. So I would have tried to clear it up and try to get something better. Okay? She went ahead and did minerals. Now this, I don't understand why. Because she had so many other options that were better. Even that launch VU for 1,000 would have been better. The repair for 1,200 would have been better. The coins would have been better. Anything, minerals would have been probably my last choice. Okay, so I'm not fully understanding what her thought process was there. Because the VU, okay, you know what? I do understand. I think what she was trying to do was save as many resources as possible for Mega. That's my only thought, is that maybe she's trying to hold her VU and her cash as much as she can. So if she's able to do that and still get promoted, then excellent. But in terms of, was it the correct play to earn the most points she could in this league? No. But I really think she was trying to hold resources just by talking to her and kind of understanding what she's got going on here. So the monster came back. He was worth 2,000, so she went ahead and did that, which is good. Now she does the planks for 1,440. I would not have done this. I would have went with the coins. Or no, not the coins, sorry. The, well, obviously the cargo and the 2,400 Paris. Let me find the bottom of her list. Try to send you the bottom of your list every 5 screenshots so that I don't have to go back. Okay, let's see. So no, the planks would have been okay. That was okay. The gold keys for 16, again, saying that she was... I would have went with the residential upgrade, but I don't know if she's camping or not. But I wouldn't be camping level 13, so I would have went with the upgrade. Okay, the launch disaster for 1500. That's okay, I guess, because of her current circumstances. Let's see, what else? So she's got the leaderboard here at 26. I mean, the leaderboard's not too bad just yet. Now she gets another 2000 upgrade. So what should she have done here? Well, I would have went with the cargo, the deliveries to Paris, or the residential upgrades. But my guess is she didn't go with any of those, and she probably went with the shovels. Just by reading her pattern, I'm going to go ahead and guess that that's what she did. I don't know. I haven't looked through her screenshots yet. Or the launch VU. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so wait a minute here. Where the hell was the 2000 gold keys? I didn't see no keys. 43, 41. Oh, we're missing a screenshot. Okay, let's try to figure out what she did. And of course, there's no bottom of the list. Okay, I don't know what she did. Alright, so moving forward, she's got another upgrade here. So she did the shovels, so she couldn't have done the shovels back then. So maybe it was the chems that she did. I don't know. Oh wait, let's go back and see how many points she added. So she had 13. She had 1190. Okay, I don't know. I'm not going to try to figure this out right now. So she gets another minerals. Now she does the delivery. So here's the thing. So she ended up spending the cash anyways. She should have just done it earlier. But again, like I said, I do understand her her decision to... I can understand why she's doing what she's doing. I'm just saying I would have advised against it, being how early on it was. And yeah, I just wouldn't have done that. Okay, so basically the point in this video, what I need to show you guys is, if you are a low-level player, like below level 17, and you're trying to play the Contest of Mayors, there's a couple of things that you need to realize. That is that you want to score as many points as possible using as many resources, or saving as many resources as you can, while still getting promoted into Mega. Now, let's say she was in Mega. Then what? Okay, so before you can compete in Mega as a low-level player, you need to consider the fact that you cannot do your production tasks quickly. You need to have every single one of your shop slots maxed out. And by shops, I mean, you know, the hardware store, the farmer's market, etc. You need to have all of those at 11 slots each, but you need to make sure that you have a minimum of 200 to 300 cash at a minimum to compete in Mega, okay? You're going to have to pay for flights. You're going to have to pay for cargo if you have one for 1800, or if you have to rotate. You need to make sure that you prep every single one of your shops with items that are that take a while to make. So try to prep, you know, like shovels or saps or spatulas, you know, veggies if you're really low level. You know, if you have flour unlocked, go ahead and prep flour if you need to. You know, just make sure that you have 10 items ready for pickup and 1 producing at all times. Now, you also need to make sure that you are able to basically do anything that comes across your plate. So if you do not have the airport unlocked, you need to get it unlocked. If you do not have the VU tower, you need to get it unlocked. And more importantly, you need to get your pop boosted up so that you can do Tokyo, London, and Paris. Now, at level 13, it's going to be tricky to get your pop boosted that high. You're going to have to be going up in level anyways. So you can buy some heliports if you need to. You can use some of the Contest of Mayors pop boosts if you need to. And you can buy some parks. Try to get your roads set up to never need upgraded, because you cannot afford to be spending all of your money on road upgrades. Try to save your taxes. Keep those uncollected so you can do your coin tasks, you know, relatively easily, or leave money uncollected in your depot. You know, there's a lot of things that you can do to speed up the process. But as a low-level player, you're basically going for quick, fast, and easy points. You need to save as many of your resources as possible. Do not upgrade any other type of home unless you are way past, you know, the level that you should be. But the only level that you should be upgrading houses on is, or the only type of home that you should be upgrading is the regular residentials, okay? So if you get, let's say, a 2400 Latin home, you pretty much do not want to cancel that, because it has a tendency to come back worth more points. So if you have a 3000 or higher Latin home upgrade, go ahead and cancel it. Same with any other. If it's 3000 or higher, cancel it. But if you have a regular residential, go ahead and do it if you're her level, because you really need to get up in level so that you can play with tokens, so you can get your epics done, so you can have more depots accessible to you, so you can make more money by producing donuts. You know, there's a lot of benefits to going up a few levels. You do not need to sit at a low level and suffer without tokens, without epics, without being able to obtain war cards. By remaining low level too long, you haven't been able to earn any war points and unlock any war cards. So that when now you're in Mega, and when you get a 3000 war task, you have to cancel it, which really sucks, because that's a badass task. Now, had you speed leveled, you would have been able to earn war points and get those 3K tasks done. You would have epics already completed. You would have all of these tokens stacked up. You would have a group to fall back on and be able to join in. You would be getting a group chest every single week. You know, there's a lot of benefits to going up a few levels, and people don't seem to understand that. They seem to think that their algorithm is just going to be so messed up, and they're never going to find any storage ever again, and it's just going to be horrible. What they don't realize is, at the level that you are, you're most of the time when you open up the global HQ, you only see like 3 damn boxes anyway. You hardly have any depots accessible to you, and most of the people at the level that you are doing the same thing you're doing. They're all farming for rares. So now you have even less depots accessible to you. You're actually better off going up a few levels, and I've proven it time and time again. I've done studies. I have like 6 tablets at home. I've set them all up with feeders, and I've tested the algorithm, and I was looking, and I'm like, you know what? The majority of the algorithm has nothing to do with how you find your rares. When you click on the global HQ, that is what SimCity controls. They control what you see when you click on the HQ. Now, how many people here click on a camera on the global HQ and you get there and it's gone, right? That thing resets every 30 seconds. But that doesn't mean that that's the first time it's been advertised. And it doesn't get taken down the second it gets purchased. You're probably seeing something that has already been purchased before you even got there, before you even clicked on it even. And so then you wait at a depot and you open, close, and you get rares, and you count that as your algorithm when that has nothing to do with your algorithm. Or let's say you found gift boxes, and then you say, oh, I found 20 rares today. Well, how many of them did you obtain that were from gift boxes, from Daniel's City, from trading with group members. Maybe there was multiple of them in one depot, you know? So you can't count that as algorithm. How many you acquire in a day is different than the algorithm of the game. The algorithm of the game is how many you see every time you open up the global market. So what you should be doing is opening up the global HQ, and then if you don't see anything, any rare, click refresh. Don't see a rare, click refresh. Count how many times that happens until you see a rare. And do that for a while and see if there's a pattern, if it's every 8 clicks or every 6 clicks or whatever. But the better question is, how can you increase your odds? Well, I mean, if you know that low-level players have a tendency to sell rares more frequently, then try clicking on lower-level items. But the issue with that is, you don't know if that's a high-level player just selling low-level items, right? Now, basically what you can do, though, is you can say, okay, I know that if it's this item, they have to be at least this level, right? So if someone's selling popcorn, you know that they're level 43 or higher. So if you, let's say you're a high-level player, and you want to make sure that a high-level player gets your rares because you don't want them to go to low-level players. What you could do, if you wanted to help somebody out, is you could only advertise high-level items to ensure that the only person in your depot has to be of that level or higher, right? Now, you know, it really comes down to, does the benefit outweigh the cost? You know, do you benefit more, or does it cost you more by remaining a lower level? I believe that you benefit more by going up a few levels than just sitting at level 13. And I have a list of reasons why that is. You're still going to find rares, but you're going to have features of the game that are going to be accessible to you that can really, really benefit. One of the key things in this game is being social. You know, if you're not a social person, that's unfortunate, but finding a really good club that you can communicate with, that can help you, that's what's key. And I've spent a long time trying to build up clubs to, or build up a club to get people who are active and helpful, you know. So if you found a good club that you really like, you know, that's important. And if you're in a club that doesn't fit your needs, what the hell, fit your needs, then find one that does. But you're not even going to be able to do that until you level up. So going up a few levels it really does have its benefits, and it's not going to hurt you. Okay. I personally, at this time, I think it's absolutely worth it to go to level 24. If I had to build a perfect city, I know without a doubt that I would do just fine by speed leveling to 24 with all regular residentials. I know that for a fact. And I can get, you know, 25 things done within that time versus 5 things done. That's what it comes down to. I can get more done in the same amount of time if I level up than if I was to stay a lower level. If ultimately, let's say you had 5 months. Let's just say that. Let's say you had 5 months to complete the Missy's Building Guide and everything on it. Would it be more beneficial to stay a low level and camp and max out your storage and then work on everything else? Or would it be more beneficial to go up to level 24 and work on everything at once? Trust me. Trust me on that. It's better to just go up to level 24 and work on multiple things at once. If you work at one thing at a time, it's going to take you forever. And you're going to miss out on a lot of key features of the game. Okay? So hopefully this helps you guys better understand when to level up and how to compete in Mega as a low-level player. If you're in Mega as a low-level player, pretty much consider yourself all in. And if it were me, I would utilize those regular residential upgrades any chance you get. If you suspect a hacker, then just do the best that you can to remain in Mega, you know, or at least get second or third, you know. The prize is still decent for second, but but if you have to spend more than you would get from second place, then just kind of back off, add some points for the pass, and remain in Mega and try again next week. Another way to ensure that you won't be in with the same hacker is to go up a few levels. Okay? All right. Also keep track of the people on your leaderboard and watch them, analyze their profiles. I do have videos on this talking about player profiles and how to analyze hackers and things like that, so be sure to check that out. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It helps the monetization. I just hit 1,000 subs, so any subscriber, they add up, and they add up quick. So trust me, anytime you hit that like button or comment or subscribe, it makes a huge difference on the channel and how everything gets monetized. So, as a thank you to me for helping you, you can do that for me, right? All right. Good luck, you guys. And if you have any questions, you guys know that you can always hit me up on Facebook. If you type in MissyAnne and then click filter and do Marysville, Washington, or you can do SimCity Buildit, MissyAnneTTVYT.